What's going on, everybody? It's the Bull Show, aka Aiden, and welcome back to another video. It's funny how things work sometimes, ladies and gentlemen. In the last video, I was talking about whether or not we should consider Patrick Beverly as a buyout option for the Chicago Bulls, and one sleep later, Patrick Beverly is going to be a Chicago Bull. Things may have turned around. Maybe they saw my video and thought, you know what? I like what Patrick Beverly brings to the table. Let's come and bring him in to the Chicago Bulls team. So I've kind of already mentioned a lot of what I had to say about Patrick Beverly in the last video. So please check that one out before you check this one. I will talk a little bit about the same stuff, but obviously talk about, again, different things now that he is a Chicago Bulls player, or he will be a Chicago Bulls player. Basically, the news story is they're finalizing, or they're getting very, very close to a deal for Patrick Beverly, according to Woj and Shams now, I believe. So yeah, very, very interesting stuff. But before we get started, please like and subscribe to the Bulls Show, turn notifications on, and let me know in the comments below your thoughts about the Chicago Bulls and whether or not you think we become better as a team with Patrick Beverly coming into this team. There is a lot to get through in this avenue. What I will say is, I still don't know at this point in time who's getting waived. Again, by the time this video is uploaded, I'm sure that piece of news will come out. But from when I'm recording this video, we absolutely have no idea who is getting waived. Now, the obvious candidate would be Tony Bradley. We've got 4 centers in this team. 2 of them don't play. Tony Bradley, you don't necessarily see a whole lot of upside in his game. He only gets garbage time minutes. I think he would be the guy to go. But maybe Goran Dragic could be the guy to go. Maybe even guys like, again, maybe even if it is a Marco or someone like that, maybe they could go. But I think the main candidate that we're expecting to be bought out would be Tony Bradley. And I also believe because of the signing of Patrick Beverly, we will not be able to pursue any more buyout options. Now, a lot of people wanted Russell Westbrook. A lot of people wanted John Wall. I don't want to be the guy to say I told you so, but I had a strong feeling Russell Westbrook would go to the Clippers. Again, I just thought if LA expressed, or the Clippers expressed, any interest in Russell Westbrook, then he would have went to the Clippers. I've truly felt like that the whole time. I know a lot of people were saying the Bulls are the favorites, and even media outlets were persistent saying that the Bulls or the Heat would land Russell Westbrook. But I always thought, why would Russell Westbrook leave LA? His family is still there at this point in time. His kids are growing up there. They go to school there. They have a house there. They've been there for years. Why would they go and move to a different city unless there was no other option? So as soon as the Clippers expressed their interest, as soon as they basically said as well he could potentially start for them, well, I think that was really the writing on the wall. I always felt like Russell Westbrook would go to the Clippers, and lo and behold, we went for probably the second option that we wanted in Patrick Beverly. No disrespect to Patrick Beverly in saying that, but I think it was clear we really wanted Westbrook, and then we would have taken somebody else if we didn't get Westbrook. And that's where Patrick Beverly comes into this conversation. So let's talk a little bit about him. Obviously, again, from Chicago, I think, again, some of the quotes that he's come out with over the past couple of years about Chicago, it shows that I think he really wanted to play here. I think it's also come out recently that he turned down the Golden State Warriors, a potential team that could be competing in the West, to join this Bulls team. So I think it's clear he wanted to play for us. I think it's clear he's wanted to play for us for a while. And lo and behold, he's finally got that opportunity to play for the Chicago Bulls. So I'm happy for him in that retrospect. And again, I really think his attitude would be a welcome addition to this team. A lot of people are saying his attitude's a bad thing. In my opinion, his team is too nice. I've said it the last 3 videos. This team is way too nice. There's not a lot of people being honest with each other in this team. I really don't believe there is. I think no one's holding each other accountable. And when you're getting quotes from Patrick Beverly at the beginning of the season saying he's going to hold LeBron James, one of the greatest players to ever play this game, accountable, then at the end of the day, you will definitely expect Patrick Beverly to come into this team and to hold other players accountable, to hold our superstars accountable, to hold our coaching staff accountable. And I think at the end of the day, it's a nice, refreshing, set of feelings to have Patrick Beverly into this team. This doesn't necessarily make me excited to watch the Bulls play against Brooklyn or anything like that, but I think it's a welcome addition to this team. I think we need an addition of chaos. I think we need an addition of something that is unexpected into this team, and someone that has I guess, a lot of strength, a lot of mental toughness, a lot of defensive prowess, and things like that. I won't lie to you and say he was my first choice. He's not my first choice. I'm not going to lie and take it back because he's now on the Chicago Bulls. But he was my second choice in my opinion, and I'm excited to see him in a Chicago Bulls uniform. And it just, again, if anything, it just makes you somewhat, I guess, interested or intrigued to see how the Bulls can play with Patrick Beverly into the team. Again, his averages, I believe, around 6 points and 2 assists with alongside 3 rebounds. His defensive rating is probably higher than the buyout options we were pursuing beforehand. And I think he could do a little bit more on this Bulls team than what he did on that Lakers team. But nevertheless, he's not going to be a guy that comes in, becomes a third or fourth option on this team. He's going to play his role. He's a role player. He's a solid point guard. And I think he could do okay in this Bulls team 100%. I think the lineup, you have to have a lineup out there, especially if you need some defense, of Alex Caruso and Patrick Beverly. I think that's absolutely necessity. Yes, you might have to play the big three next to them because at the end of the day, they won't have a whole lot of offense to provide for this team on a consistent basis. But I do believe, again, a good defensive lineup can be played with this Bulls team. And our defense becomes a little bit better. I don't think our defense was the biggest problem, but it becomes a little bit better as well. Overall, what's my verdict on this? Well, to be honest, it can't hurt. I really don't think it can hurt us. A lot of people are saying that there was no point in this signing. A lot of people are saying that at the end of the day, it's not a needle change or anything like that. And look, those people are correct. I don't think this shifts the needle for the Chicago Bulls. I really don't. I don't necessarily think this signing was absolutely necessity to make. But at the end of the day, what's the harm in getting rid of a player? I'm assuming this is Tony Bradley, that never plays for the Chicago Bulls team, to get someone in that is arguably better than Tony Bradley and will play for the Chicago Bulls team. What's the harm in doing that? We need guard help with Lonzo Ball out. I think this is a signing that shows Lonzo Ball will most likely not be back this season. What is the harm in doing this type of signing? Look, Patrick Beverly in his entire career has yet to miss the NBA playoffs. So at the end of the day, the Bulls have been saying this whole season that they're trying to compete this year. And whether that's the right decision or the wrong decision, this buyout option, in my opinion, shows the Chicago Bulls' ambitions. Even if they failed during the trade deadline, even if they failed during free agency, for some people, they failed this buyout market because of Patrick Beverly. Whatever the case may be, the ambition is they want to make the playoffs. It's been like that all season, and it's clear that has not changed right now. So you're bringing someone in that has playoff experience, you're bringing someone in that has not missed the playoffs. And whether he's the best player in the NBA or not, that is something that I think could be proven very valuable for this team. So I expect this Bulls team to continue to compete. And that's the direction they've taken. We'll wait and see where we go. For all those people that wanted to tank, I don't think a tank is going to happen anytime soon. To be honest, even if we did tank, you're not getting your own pick, in my opinion. I think it's extremely unlikely that you do so. So, look, it's frustrating for some people. For some people, it's a welcome addition. In my humble opinion, I've been saying it for a while. I don't think any move that we do at this point in time will save this team. But I think in order to make a playoff run and maybe get eliminated in the first round, well, Patrick Beverly can probably help us achieve that accomplishment, to be honest. But that's not I guess, a needle threader. That's not something that can, I guess, change the direction of the future of this team. I think this is a good short-term, I guess, opportunity for Patrick Beverly. I don't see this lasting beyond this season. And I'll tell you this as well. I 100% in my heart believe we are not done with Russell Westbrook yet. I 100% in my soul believe we are going to pursue Russell Westbrook in free agency. I truly believe it. There's no way as soon as he gets, I guess, traded to the Jazz, almost within a minute, we were linked with Russell Westbrook. We were linked with a buyout with Russell Westbrook. We were the favorites to get Russell Westbrook and everything in between. So I don't believe we are done with Russell Westbrook. I believe we will pursue him heavily in free agency. Whether that's the wrong or right thing to do, I don't know. I guess it all also depends on the Bulls' direction in the future that they decide to choose. But I truly see it happening. I truly see us pursuing Russell Westbrook in free agency. I'm not sure if that's the right decision or the wrong decision, but that's the one I feel like we're going to make. But anyway, enough about that. I think, again, I don't think anybody would have saved this team to make us a competitor, a contender in this team. No one would do that for us. But again, I think Patrick Beverly does make us a little bit better, and we'll wait and see. Again, if we're continuing to lose these games, playing inconsistent basketball, bad all four quarters, no accountability, no one saying anything negative or bad about this team, well, then Patrick Beverly makes no difference towards what we're actually trying to do. But again, if we start to maybe see some of these guys play a little bit harder every single night, and you start to see more honest quotes, more honest, I guess, dissections of the game outside of our coaching staff, because I feel like our coaching staff is fairly honest with everything, even if they're just a broken record. But again, some of our players that don't have anything bad to say about this Bulls team, and it's a false narrative. It's a false hope in many ways. With Patrick Beverly, if things begin to change in that area, well, yes, I expect us to make the play-in regardless, to be honest. I really do. And I expect us to potentially get out of the play-in. But the first round, don't expect anything from this Bulls team. We'll be exactly where we were last season. We might win a game, but we're done in the playoffs. So we're not going to go anywhere in terms of making a big stride this season. But we'll wait and see what ends up happening for the rest of the year. I'm not upset with this move. I'm actually very excited. I'm fairly excited for this move. We'll just wait and see what ends up happening, how much of a difference it makes. I know it divides opinion. I've looked around social media. A lot of people just find this pointless, and a lot of people really felt like we needed to make a move like this. So it's up to your interpretation. But in terms of this video, I'm going to end it here. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next Chicago Bulls video. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay tuned for more. Take care and peace.